this year was to have fun and win races. As he throws a wheel in the air and he'll head down into this final set of corners. It's Josh Herrin onto the front straightaway. A look over his shoulder, wheel in the air, stand-up wheelie, and the first victory of 2022 goes to Herrin and the Ducati. He's close to Josh Herrin. He's able to get a really good run out of that turn 17A that leads you onto that front straightaway. We call it a straightaway. It's more kinked. And here goes Lockoff up the inside. So the bid for the lead. There goes the South African around Josh Herrin. Herrin's going to try to go up the inside. There's not a lot of room there, and Herrin pushes him out of the way. Lockoff into the grass.
Hey, that's just good hard racing there, in my opinion. I think that, you know, Lockoff went up underneath him, got into that next right, and it caused him to go a little bit wide, and Herrin had that door open. And
leading the way, Herrin, Yamaha R6 versus Ducati Panigale V2 next generation motorcycle. Let's see what the Ducati's got on the top end. Herrin in the draft of Hayes as they bend it over, get higher in the RPMs. Down the straightaway we go. Herrin under braking. They're side by side. Who's going to have it? It's going to be Herrin, the number 2, who takes over the spot. And then Hayes is going to go up the inside. He loses a little bit of drive. That got dicey for a moment. So it'll be Herrin who holds on to it. It's the 47-year-old Hayes on the Squid Hunter Yamaha R6. Again, Jay, it's just all about these mind games. Here comes Herrin. He loves to lead as well. He'll take the spot. Nowhere for Hayes to go.
Change direction on the bike as far as your body position and things like that. So he's going to be going through it. He's got to get through it here so that he can be ready for MotoAmerica. As Herrin now dives up the inside of Hayes.
Moved Hayes out of the way, so Hayes loses. Is he going to lose track position? He doesn't.
Mount another charge towards these two guys leading the race.
Herrin in the draft will take over the lead once again into turn number 1.
Hayes trying to sneak it back up the inside, and he's going to as Herrin gets in past him. Neither one of these guys want to give a quarter to anybody, and Herrin stuffs it back up the inside as they go into turn 3.
Here we go onto the front straightaway. Josh Hayes, half a bike length the distance. He's in the draft of the Ducati. Josh Herrin trying to hold on. The Ducati doesn't have the legs. They come across the stripe, and it's going to be Josh Herrin by 32 thousandths of a second. 16-year-old rookie is getting the job done, Hannah, as he goes under attack from Josh Herrin. So into the chicane, and Herrin will take over that spot for now. But Ty Scott has a look over his shoulder, Hannah. Morning warm-up on those tires, on the rain tires. It might take him a lap or two to figure things out.
Ty Scott's in a little bit deep into turn 6, and look at Josh just rolling up the inside, trying to get by. He's going to make that work. Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, he didn't do a warm-up, and he hasn't gone around here at all in any kind of wet conditions. So it won't take the number 2 very long. As you can see now, Farrell is trying to have a look at Ty Scott as they come into turn 8. But, I mean, Herrin, like I said, Greg, he hasn't even done a lap yet today. This is his first lap all day. And Farrell looks to go up the inside of him on the exit of Canada corner there. Makes the pass, and then Herrin fires right back up underneath him as they go into turn 13.
Jason Farrell's had success here at this level before. As we take a look at our Lucas Oil helicopter shot, Farrell.
We've seen him hurt with his shoulders in the past. This is a nice thing to see him kind of keeping these guys. And here you go. Herrin.
There's the big move. Up the inside goes Herrin. So there it is. So now we're going to see if Ty Scott, if what he thought about the pace that Herrin has, if Herrin's going to be able to start setting sail. Given Josh Herrin fits on that Warhorse HSBK Racing Ducati New York. Ducati, they're starting to eke away.
Look what Herrin does here. He parks himself right up the inside of Ty Scott. Nice job there. Now Josh, out of our competitors on the first 2 or 3 rows, he's the only one on the extra soft rear. I think Ty Scott's bike looks really solid through this turn and coming down from the corkscrew into Rainey in turn 10. And Herrin has a look, and Ty Scott gives him a wave.
Oh, boy. Ty Scott playing head games with Josh Herrin. He was waiting for Herrin to turn around and gave him the hello. Yeah, hi, guy. I'm right here.
These guys are going to be racing all day today. They're going to be racing against each other tomorrow. And Herrin's going to see where he has the measure on Ty Scott now. So what do we have? 9 laps to go. This looks like the bike that was off into the dirt earlier, and he's going to be a good guy and get out of the way there.
Josh Herrin, Ty Scott, the drag race 2 start finish line. And with the way Ty Scott managed turn 11, it would have been Josh Herrin who won the race had that been the checkered flag.
Continuing to close that gap, though, wasn't he?
Here comes Josh Herrin onto the front straightaway. full gas for the Ducati rider. He takes a look over his shoulder, and the checkered flag waves, and another win.
Working on gearing, he feels like he can fight for a win this weekend, but it's going to be a little bit harder managing the challenge of his bike just feeling a little bit different than normal, but not really knowing the cause.
As he goes through, as does Herrin on Josh Hayes down in turn 12. He fell back a little bit there, Hannah. We were a little bit concerned that maybe there was a problem, but he ran 34.5 his last time by Benjamin Smith. And just looking off the back, Greg, you see Luke Power and Dominic Doyle doing their best to try to catch back up. They're running right around the same times as this battle as Josh Herrin goes up underneath Corey Ventura and Josh Hayes is trying to get up underneath Benjamin Smith. Ben's going to keep that position there.
So he can't really do that. But there was the big attempt. And Hayes, again, I think he misses a gear.
He did.
I think it's the second time he's done that, and he loses position.
Herrin is able to go. But the 750's got a lot of torque, Greg, and that's what you're seeing coming off that corner. Look at Herrin. Really nice move there as he slides back up underneath the 24 Corey Ventura. Now he wants to try to get his head down and open up that gap, but he just can't quite open up a big enough gap. Now he's just gone 45.1, so he was operating within half a second. Gets in deep, Greg, and runs off the track.
Oh, no, so Josh Herrin's in deep. Can he get it back on the racetrack? He's got to go through that wet grass. That is pretty gnarly. Looks like he's able to save it. No problems, but that huge margin that he built up, 5.9 seconds, allotted him and allowed him to have a margin over Rocco Landers.
From the apex of that corner, so I could see that there was something happening. I'm happy to see Herrin keep this bike upright because I know that grass is going to be soaking wet. And even right now, he's probably thinking to himself, all right, got to be smooth here. Look how fast Rocco is through the middle of that turn.
That Yamaha R6 of Rocco Landers is dialed in. All right, so last time by, they go 23.5. Oh, and Herrin goes up the inside. So he's seen enough for the moment. Wants to let Rocco know he's there. Herrin trying to go close off that inside. No big dramas. So another pass for the lead. Rocco looking for a way to round. Cannot get it done.
To do whatever he can to sneak back by the 97. And like you, to your point too, Greg, as he sneaks back underneath him right now.
Ooh, on the bump too.
Wow.
So Josh definitely held his breath over that one. Got that done. He'll retake second spot. This entire race, Rocco's had Josh Herrin up in front of him.
He's got more edge grip, doesn't he?
Yeah.
This hard tire looks like it's paid off a little bit as one of the tail enders just jumps out of the way there nicely. This is where Herrin's good. He's good into here. He's good out of here. Let's see if Rocco can keep it a little bit tighter on the exit. Nope. It's a little bit wider.
Josh used more racetrack on the exit there.
But look, he's going to be able to draft right by him. That Ducati rolled right to the outside of Rocco Landers and gets through.
Rocco looked outside. He looked inside, and Herrin takes the lead again.